How to lose stubborn fat in 1 week. Mike Diamonds, that's me. I decided to make a drastic change in my life. Got on a diet, threw out all the trash foods in my apartment and documented the journey. Start. My weight was 196.8, waist measurement at 84 centimeters, and 20.6 pounds later, weighing at 176.2 pounds and a waist at 77 centimeters, I've lost a significant amount of weight. But the battle was won, it's time to go to war. Stubborn fat. There's a scientific approach to losing it, and in this video, I'll be explaining 3 simple ways to get rid of stubborn fat. The simple science of fat loss. It dictates that your weight gain and weight loss is known as your energy balance. Energy balance is the relationship between the energy you feed your body and the energy it expends. As you probably know, this is often measured in kilocalories. You can also look at it this way. Every day, your body stores fat when you eat food and burns fat when it runs out of food energy. Visually, it looks something like this. The green portions are the periods where the body has excess energy due to eating food. The blue portions are the periods when the body has no energy left from food and thus has to burn fat for energy. By now, I'm sure you understand that you need to be in a negative energy balance, a caloric deficit, to be able to lose fat. But what about the last few pounds of stubborn fat? I'm 6 weeks out. What I'm going to show you 4 tips that I'm using. I'm not just preaching it, I'm living it. That has been helping me and is helping me to lose that last few pounds. And I'll go through them with you step by step. First, let me explain how it works exactly, starting off with tip number 1. Before I jump into the 4 tips, I think it's important to understand the mechanism of action of fat loss. When your body needs to be able to mobilize fat, your body releases a chemical called catecholamine. It attaches to the fat receptors and mobilizes the fat out of the cell into the bloodstream to be utilized as energy. Now, where the difference comes between normal fat and stubborn fat depends on the alpha and beta receptors on that particular fat. Now, to distinguish the two, beta receptors stimulate the mobilization of fat loss and alpha receptors hinder it or inhibit the mobilization of fat loss. And where stubborn fat comes is that there's more alpha receptors on a particular cell compared to beta receptors. It all depends on the ratio. But there are tricks and tips that we can do to be able to stimulate the beta receptors to be able to lose that stubborn fat. And that will come with tip number 1, which is fasting. So according to the study, there are 2 reasons why fasting is so great for fat loss. The first one is oxidation rates of free fatty acids are roughly doubled after fasting. The second one is that abdominal subcutaneous blood flow is increased by 50%, which means that blood flow containing all those catecholamines are directly targeted to your subcutaneous stomach. And that does help with fat loss. Now, something that I do is intermittent fasting, where you fast for 16 hours and you eat within an 8-hour window period. So if your last meal the previous day was at 10 p.m., you fast all the way till 2 p.m. and you eat between the 2 and 10 p.m. window period. So you fast for 16 hours and you eat within the 8-hour window period, or whichever way is more beneficial to you. That's one. Another thing that I also do is have black coffee. Now, the caffeine has been shown to improve fat oxidation. It also gives you a lot more energy, so your calorie expenditure is a lot higher. So I have my coffee and then I'm going to training. When I'm in the gym, I'm going to talk about another tip I'm doing in the gym that is directly helping me with fat loss, especially the stubborn fat leading up to comp. Trick that I've been doing, I train fasted, and it has helped with being able to get rid of that stubborn fat. And this research here supports that. In the effects of post-absorptive and postprandial exercise of glucoregulation and metabolic syndrome. Now, this test and these results indicate that post-absorptive exercise has advantage of promoting fat use. Exercising in a fasted state with very low insulin, so not eating any food, has been very, very beneficial in terms of being able to use fat. If you think about it, if your body's in a fasted state, there's no energy that you have from your food. Where else is it going to get it? It's going to have to get it from your fat sources. So training in the morning or whenever in a fasted period is beneficial for fat loss. But I will later on talking to the video about being able to be most efficient in terms of your strength in training. But let me continue with this workout. Before I jump into the third tip, I do ask to leave the video the big thumbs up. It does help this video get out there. It does help this great information get out to people so it can be able to help them. But the third tip that I can offer is doing high intensity interval training, especially in a fasted state. Now, high intensity interval training has shown to elevate levels of catecholamine, which does help mobilize fat, and especially doing that in a fasted state with all that blood going to your midsection, it will help you lose that stubborn fat. So how to perform HIIT: do bouts of maximum sprinting for a good 30 seconds as I'm doing right now, and then after that for a minute walk at a steady pace. Challenge yourself and repeat the cycle 20 times, however long you want to do it. This is another tip that I can offer. We'll go back home and I'll explain a few things that you can do that will help you with stubborn fat and get you guys home. Now, before I jump into the fourth tip, the supplements that really help, I want to show you guys all the love in the world. You guys really showed out and supported me in the last video. I asked you guys to comment down below and I'll give you guys $100 of VHP giveaway. So here's the video and I'll be picking someone, scroll, and boom. Till the end crew, Brian Borsey. Shout out to you, bro. Send me a DM on Instagram, MikeDiamonds23, and I will send you the code so you can win the EHP giveaway. Now, before we jump in, I will be doing another giveaway in this video. I'm going to the UK and I'm going to check what my body fat percentage is. I'm also going to visit the Gymshark HQ and 2 other YouTubers. Who can guess correctly what my current body fat percentage is? The person to get the closest number by the time I check will win another HP giveaway. So comment down below what you think my current body fat percentage is. And if you're new, subscribe. We do this. I love you guys. I show you as much love as I can either way. Also, just if you have any questions in general about this whole stubborn fat in general, comment down below, ask me. I always reply. Now, let's get into the supplements. All the other things I've said in the video before are more important than this, but this does help. The first supplement I want to talk about is your Himbine HCl. Your Himbine comes from an African evergreen tea that is called your hemp. What your hemp does, it binds to the alpha receptors and it blocks alpha receptors from being bound to, and that way it promotes more fat loss. But you need to take this in a fasted state. Before you do take it, I am not held liable or responsible for any of the info here. Your Himbine HCl, I recommend no more than 0.2 milligrams per kilogram. The next thing I want to say is that this is more safe, is BCAAs, branched chain amino acids. When you're in a fasted state, your body wants to rather go for muscle mass as a source of energy. But to prevent that and make sure that it's getting its energy from fat, branched chain amino acids drives your body protein synthesis, and it makes sure that it's using fat stores instead of your muscle mass. So doing this and taking this during or before cardio is fantastic. This way you're not burning any muscle, you're holding onto your muscle, and you're only burning fat. The next tip I want to give you guys is RP Max. It's a pre-workout. So when you're in a fasted state, it's very easy for you to be low energy. This helps you pump in the gym. It helps you work out. It gives you a lot of energy. So my lifts, my strength has been maintained, and I've been working super hard in the gym, and my focus has been great using RP Max. If you're interested in any of these 2 products, you can use the link in the description, and you can use Diamonds 10 to save yourself some money. But these 2 I've been taking. Like, this BCA is almost done. I'm gonna leave that there, guys. If you did enjoy the video, as I've said, hit the video a thumbs up. If you're new, subscribe. If you have any questions, if you're struggling with anything, ask me in the comments below. I'm here to help. I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm tired and I'm ready to eat, but I love this shit. I love you guys. Peace.